Guys, it is CYL time. Yeah, so every year, CYL, one of the more exciting times to be in Fae, and here we are. This is going to be the CYL10 prediction video, who I think has a chance. Actually, it's funny that she's here. I think Fimbulvator might actually be a sleeper choice, because we've always seen the new OC waifu typically does pretty good, as we've seen with Baldur and also Gulveig in the past. So Fimbulvator is a very interesting character to have on the vote. Let's take a look at some of the potential characters that we may be seeing here. I want to start by highlighting two things. So we're going to start by highlighting Shadows, which is finally available for vote in CYL, having been the brand new game. Which characters from here do I think has a chance to actually win? I can't really say. I don't know who's popular in Shadows or not. Like, I can't really say because I've never played the game. But I think Kurt might have a chance. Kurt seems like an interesting character. We can go ahead and pull up Kurt's artwork quickly over here. Let's just open Kurt and then take a look at the artwork. So from my understanding, Kurt is actually a female who is masquerading as male for some agenda that's being tried to push here. I don't really know because I haven't played the game, but I guess it's a little more obvious when you look at the Shadows art of Kurt, right? That looks a little bit more female. You can kind of see she is wearing a bra, and that midriff is fire. So I would lean more towards female here. But yeah, so Kurt maybe has a chance just because main character syndrome. I'll give her plot armor as a main character. Is she votable for men or women, though? Like, if we vote for Kurt, I think she's going to be counted as the male division. I don't know for sure. They may or may not count her as male or female. I don't know yet. But, okay, so Kurt, I think, maybe has a chance just due to being a main character. Who else do we think has a chance here? I don't really know who's popular. Like I said, personally, which one of these characters do I like? I like Alberta. I think she looks pretty cool. We can go ahead and pull up her artwork. I think she's a Black Panther, which is a pretty awesome concept. Yeah, like, here you can see her panther tail, and then she's just got the panther ears there. And I don't know why she has a staff. I guess maybe she's like a cleric or something. I've got no idea. But then we go ahead and we turn into the Black Panther. You can see the spots, too, which is awesome. Yeah, this is really nice artwork. This is one thing I will not complain about when it comes to Shadows, is the artwork. The artwork is very good. Maybe the designs can get kind of bad, particularly for the legacy characters. I think they get a little wonky sometimes with the artwork. Like, for example, the Shadows Edelgard looks kind of weird in her transformed state. Not the regular form, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, as far as Shadows is concerned, I've got no idea. I'm going to have to defer to you guys on who is a popular character from Shadows and who do you guys think is actually going to do okay here. I'm just guessing Kurt just because of main character. Okay, so there we go for Shadows. Let's also take a look at Heroes. Let's see which new characters are available from here. Besides, obviously, Fimbulvator. All right, let's see here. Who do we got? All right, Alphador. Alphador could be an interesting one. Bruno. We already got Bruno a couple of times in the game. We have Winter, and we actually have OG Bruno, which was awesome. All right, yeah, so Fimbulvator is there, already votable, which I'm sure is going to piss off a lot of people. Pretty much the people that hated Gulveig are going to hate this one, too. Assuming she does good anyway. All right, then, of course, we have the Book 9 crew. We have Heimdallr and company. I doubt any of them are going to do as good as Baldur, though, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, but we really don't know too many. Oh, Njordur would be fun, too. But I doubt he's going to win CYL. He'll probably be like some random release mythic hero later down the line. Yeah, and Rune might have a chance, too, actually. I can't tell if people like or dislike Rune. After the events of Book 9, I'm not sure where people stand on him anymore. But, I don't know, he is pretty funny. I'll give him that. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any of these OCs besides, obviously, Fimbulvator and maybe Rune, maybe Alphador. Can't really say for sure. So, there we go for some units in there. And then I want to quickly highlight TMS. So it seems like they've added a bunch of characters to the TMS vote. I'm not sure why they would do that. Unless even it seems like Insys is preparing themselves for a possible TMS candidate winning. Maybe if TMS gets a character to win CYL, they will actually give us another banner for TMS. Because there are characters in here that I think people do want. It's not like people don't want a second TMS banner. So, for example, Toma, I think a lot of people want him. TMS Tiki is kind of popular. I would like to see Maiko. Where is she? Yeah, right over here. Maiko's pretty cool. And, of course, we have the characters we've already got in the game, but then they could do all of that, and then because we know new heroes banners in Fae basically means, if we're lucky, 1 new hero and then 3 repeats in different attire or as different unit classes. They could just give us another Tsubasa. They could give us another Itsuki. Is he even on here? Yeah, he is. Yeah, they could just put Itsuki and Tsubasa on the banner in different options, like rearmed or attuned or ascended or whatever they want to do, and then just put like 1 or 2 new characters like Tiki and Toma, for example. Although that would be a cop-out from this game in particular, where we're lucky to even get 1 new banner for this. It would be nice to get a whole new banner with all new units on it. So yeah, I think TMS probably has more of a chance this year, and we can go ahead and confirm that. So over here are the results for CYL9. Obviously, the winners were Ake and Sharena, and then Byleth and Balder. If we scroll down a little bit, we'll see these are the prospect first and second places for this year. So Sigurd for the men. I'm pretty sure Sigurd is going to take the men division. He doesn't really have any competition. And then Fomortis as well. I don't know what it is about Fomortis, why he's so popular out of nowhere. I think Faye might have something to do with that. He's kind of like Reinhardt in that sense, where I don't recall this guy being particularly popular. And then Faye came around, and all of a sudden, this guy is the man now. He's like Reinhardt. So, yeah, I guess Fomortis maybe for second place. He did seemingly do pretty well for the CYL Shadows Cup as well. And then over here, we've got Azura. I would love it if you would stop making that pop up, please. Why are they so insistent on popping up this little tab on the bottom? Like, come on, I'm trying to look at the votes here. All right, so Azura, of course, female division winner. I guess. Like, there's not really any competition for her besides Fimbulvitzer and maybe Engage Sweep. We have Ivy as an option. We got Tsubasa as an option. And then, of course, Yunaka is also an option. So, vying for first and second for the female division, I think, is going to be a little more competitive than the men's division. Besides Sigurd, I can't really see. Maybe Diamant gets his chance this year. But he didn't really do all that well last year. Yeah, he's only at 4,000. Fomortis did better than Diamant. That's crazy. By like double the votes too. Wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is why I'm always hesitant about engaging these voting cups. Like Ivy, for example, I don't think she did as good as people think she did in the Shadows Cup. Especially not when she was matched up against Camilla, Veronica, and company. So yeah, for the men's division, I'm thinking Sigurd, and then by the looks of this, it seems like Fomortis. I gotta be completely honest with y'all. And then for the female division, I'm thinking Azura, and then maybe Tsubasa. I think this might be the year. This really might be the year for TMS. How funny would it be if Tsubasa wins CYL10 and also the Shadows Cup? That would be pretty awesome, actually. Give us 2 different... Well, what would be nice is if we would get 2 separate TMS characters, but getting 2 versions of Tsubasa, I guess, help out that TMS roster a little bit. God forbid they ever do limited hero battles for TMS. We definitely need the help from Shadows Cup and CYL10 Tsubasa if that happens. So, yeah, that's pretty much just everything I wanted to say. As far as who I want to win, the only character I want to win is Sigurd. And I guess Tsubasa. Or anyone, literally anyone from TMS. It doesn't necessarily have to be her. But she seems to be the one holding the mantle here. So we'll give it to her in this case. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts for the possible CYL10 results? And Shadows being in here, let's see how well they do before anyone says anything else. And this is your boy Tacho signing out, so take care, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.